Hey guys, Vince from Team 2 Legends to Crit. Got a different type of video for you today. A friend of mine recommended that we do a collection video because they're actually pretty popular, so I thought, why not? And I've been collecting something from Vanguard for a while, and I thought I would show off what I got. It's my Playmat collection. Let me see here. I got all of these to go through, so it's just something I thought it would be cool to collect over time. Throughout the game, so since I started playing the game, I thought if they're going to keep making these different playmats, I would collect them. So the first one I got was the BT8 Booster Pack playmat, where if you ordered so much of the booster boxes, you would get the playmat with it. It's the BT8 Maelstrom. I always liked this one. It looked really nice, but I never played Aquaforce until just recently, actually, with the Strides. I never liked the Legion, and I liked the original deck, but since Zach always played it, I never looked into it too much. Then, of course, we have the Sneak Peek playmat for Booster Set 9, the Draconic Kaiser Vermilion Blood playmat. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a long time, you can see there's even a little stain. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not, because I know some stuff looks weird on here, like the black smudge. But I've had this playmat for a very long time. Since I started the game, I've been using this. If you're subscribed to the channel for a long enough time, you've seen this is what I've used for all of my Draconic Narukami shenanigans whenever I played or whenever I did like profile back then. Next, if I can get them separated, it was the Sneak Peek mat for, I believe this is, yes, the Sneak Pat for set 13. This is the Tetra mat that came with the Sneak, and again, I never really played Aquaforce a whole hell of a lot, aside from, I remember I played Genovius a little bit, but I never stuck with Tetra. He wasn't amazing. I did pick up the Tetra Stride deck recently, and that was pretty fun, but not a whole lot to tell with this one. And one of my favorites is the BT13 Booster Box playmat. If you guys remember, we bought a case of this. So we all got plenty of playmats to spare, and this is one of my favorites because Link Joker's my main clan, and I've always loved it. Right after BT13, we had the BT14 Sneak Peek. I got the Minerva playmat. I always loved the art on Minerva. I thought it was really cool, and a bunch of different games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And other stuff like that have Minerva in it. The actual inspiration, not sure what goddess Minerva is, but I know it's a certain mythology. And with BT14, oh no, actually I don't have the BT14, I don't have the Ezel playmat, but for BT15 I have the Infinite Rebirth Sneak Peek mat, which was Monarch Alfred. The one who unlocks everything. I never played it, but I always liked the design on this one because I don't remember when they started doing it. Let's see. Yeah, Minerva started it with the different damage zone pattern. I know everything else had its own little generic damage zone, but then they started putting patterns on it with Minerva, that and the deck zone. I really like the shatter effect on this one. And with BT15, of course, we have the Glendos playmat. Once he came out, I loved the lock on the Vanguard for the deck. Glendos, obviously one of my favorites. I pulled this from my sneak packs, as you guys remember. Always going to have sentimental value for this card. Then we've got the Requiem at Dusk sneak preview playmat. This was the Shadow Paladin Extra Booster. This one, I believe, is probably one of the best looking playmats we've ever gotten because it doesn't exactly stress your drop or damage zone. They are covered in the card's art, and the deck zone is the only thing that's prominent, plus the actual name of the set and Cardfight Vanguard logo. And they started doing that more often, I noticed, with the Legion ones. Here's the BT17 playmats. We got a case of that, so we got Draconic Overlord the Great and Neoflame. Got the giant Legion V covering everything. I think it looks really nice, just as I said with the other ones. But I like the color scheme on the Blaster Dark and Phantom Blaster a little bit better. Then I've got the Sneak Peek mat for Blazing Perdition. I thought was really cool, the Blaster Joker mat. It's got a design on those. This one's a little covered by the art, but the damage zone is covered by him. But the drop zone actually has its own little design, and the deck is obviously, once again, placed on top. And then after that, we got into the first G booster sets. I've got the Sneak Peek mat for Generation Stride, GBTO one, with big old Saint Blow Dragon on here. I was actually going to build Alt Mile, but once I couldn't pick up the Saint Blow Dragons, I decided to drop the deck, and I just never picked it back up after all the good stuff came out for it. And then we have the actual Generation Stride booster playmat. This is the Kronos Command Dragon. Now that we have the G-Zone, I don't know, did that one have it? Yeah, this is when the G-Zone started to become printed on the mats. So they had to put that for face downs, face ups kind of off the table, and damage zone smaller. The only thing I don't like about the Bushiroad playmats they give us is they're still a little small compared to the regular playmats that most players are used to. And this one actually has the drop zone, no different things, just all standard red. Next we've got the Soaring Ascent GBTO 2 Sneak Peek mat with beautiful Lambroke. I love Lambros as a unit. I think he's perfectly embodies what Aquaforce is, and his playmat is just as pretty. Then we've got the Sovereign Star Dragon GBTO 3 Amnesty Messiah. I never use this one, but I've always liked the pattern of it. I would always keep it out with me whenever I was hardcore hooked into Messiahs. I still play the deck and I still love it. It's a Link Joker deck, so I have to. But I always loved the art of Amnesty. The Messiah deck as a whole is really beautiful. And then we have the Academy of Divas Sneak Peek playmat. It's got the Olivia on the front, the formerly super duper expensive Olivia on playmat form. Then, I believe this was GBT4 Soul Strike Sneak Peek mat, is the Chrono Dragon Next Stage. I like, again, they started going over top the damage zone. I couldn't tell. Yeah, Olivia goes on top. It really makes the mat look a little bit better. I know, like, the zones aren't as important. They just got rid of most of the rearguard circles in general. But the Soul Strike mat's very nice. On top of that, I've got the Vanguard Deleter Sneak Preview playmat. I believe they stopped giving out the actual booster box playmats because I believe that stopped with Thing Saver set 16, and now it's just all sneak peek mats. My goal is to collect all of the mats that we have. It's just that over time the mats get harder and harder to find, and I don't do a lot of online trading, so I don't trade for the online ones. And more recently, we've got the Tech Booster Sneak Peek playmat. This has got the 3 Gen Rares from that set. You've got Hellrex, Dirty Picaro, and whatever that guy is. I don't know his name, but I know he's the one who cuts your hand down to 4, which is really good. But so I've got this playmat. I really like the design of this one, where it's got like the 3 picture frames, kind of. You can see the weird shape of it, and it's got the 3 cards contained in their own art, like they're on their own 3 little worlds, but all brought together for this Tech Booster and playmat. I thought it was cool, and I think that was the first time, it looks like the first time they actually covered the deck zone with some of the card art. And then we've got the Transection of Blades and Blossom. I believe that's set 6, because set 4 was Soul Strike. Yeah, set 5 was, oh wow, I'm drawing a blank. What was set 5 called? Either way, you've got the beautiful Night Rose. She came in that set. She does a lot of great stuff. And coming even more recently, GBT7, the Gurguit playmat, the Glorious Bravery of the Radiant Sword Sneak Peek mat. I love the art of the new Gurguit. I don't like the original. I like the Start Deck reprint, and I like the Stride art. I think they're both really nice. And the most recent addition to the collection is the Loris Sneak Preview playmat for our newest Blessings of the Divas booster set. I like the art on her. The actual mat as a whole is kind of nice. I like the color scheme. Everything doesn't blend as much, but it has her standing out more. The only thing that's weird is that these are a little bit darker than I would have assumed. As it comes, probably favorite playmat art, like I said, was the... Get this up. The Requiem at Dusk playmat. It's got a beautiful color scheme. I've always loved the colors and art on Blaster Dark Revenger Abyss and Phantom Abyss. But that's just the Bushiroad playmats I've got. That's my collection. And the 2 playmats you see me using in videos most often I'll show you. I've got my Day-Day Live playmat. This was originally Jim's, I believe, and it got traded to my friend Stanley, who actually ended up giving it to me for my birthday. This is the one I probably use most often in videos that you'll see. It's a really good anime if you want to check it out. It's Day-Day Live, DATE-A-Live. It's funny. It's, I wouldn't say drama. Kind of like a romantic drama, comedy, harem, weird-looking thing. And finally, This was my first and only, so far, custom-made playmat. I know you can just find the image on Google, and I went and got it printed, but it's my Link Joker playmat. Since Link Joker is my favorite clan, it's the thing I will never stop playing. As for Narukami, same deal. But I always loved it. The red-black, taking over, the invasion of the rearguard Vanguard circles, all the damage and stuff. The only thing is there's no G-zone spot because I made this back with limit break format. Alright, so that is my playmat collection. I had it recommended to me to show off, so I thought you guys might enjoy it. I've been collecting since I started the game around GBT8, not GBT, regular booster set. I started with booster set 8 with Maelstrom, and we're all the way up to here to Loris. And eventually, over time, I hope to get them all. I did have a hexagonal Magus playmat from the Extra Booster 7, but I ended up trading that away way back in the day, and I kind of regret it now that I forgot. I didn't have one extra because I thought I did. But, oh well. So, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Remember to rate, favorite, comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.